Hey, welcome to Abena Talks Money. In today's piece, I want to talk about the importance of challenging yourself as a creator, whether you are a blogger, whether you are someone who creates videos on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, it doesn't matter. But I found that when I challenge myself, and I'm going to explain what I mean by challenging myself. I don't mean necessarily creating something that is really difficult to create. Like it requires so much production and editing and all of that and stretching yourself to that extent. You know, most content creators don't need to go that far, and that's my opinion. You know, unless you have a desire to be a filmmaker or you really want to showcase your skills as a filmmaker or as someone who wants to create cinematic content. If you create content that is teaching people something or providing people with some kind of information that's going to improve their lives and all of that, then it's not really that necessary to have all that cinematic stuff, especially when you're just starting out anyway. As time goes on, fine. But if you're just starting out anyway, then, you know, it's not necessary. But I want to talk about challenges, like doing actual challenges, 10-day challenges, 3-day challenges, 4-day challenges, whatever type of challenge you want to do. I usually give myself a 30-day challenge. I always do a 30-day challenge. Whenever I'm doing challenges, I like to do these kind of 30-day challenges. If you're new to challenges and you feel like it's going to be overwhelming for you, then I would strongly suggest you start with a 3-day challenge. 3 days is very short, but at the same time, I feel like it's long enough for you to get a feel of a challenge, especially if you haven't been creating content, especially if you've been struggling to stay consistent with creating content. You know, I've struggled with this channel, I have to admit, this particular channel. I built this channel. I started on this channel quite a few years ago, and I stopped because I had so many other things I was doing, other channels and other businesses and different things, and I didn't really get an opportunity to really put my heart and soul into building content on the channel. And a few times I'll do 100-day challenges, and I'm like, nah, it's too much, and I'll just stop. So today, as I post this, I'm starting a 100-day challenge. A 100-day challenge, wow. I'm starting a 30-day challenge. I'm actually doing a 100-day challenge on, not a 100-day challenge, I'm doing a 30-day challenge on Vocal as well, but I'm just doing one article a day. No, I'm not doing one article a day. I'm doing 100 articles in a month on Vocal, and I'm doing, for this challenge, on this channel, I'm doing one video a day, long form. So I'm not going to be posting short form content on this for this particular challenge. I'm going to be doing all long form content for this challenge, and it's all going to be about, you know, talking about making money online, personal development, all of that. You know, the power of doing challenges. I'm going to tell you how powerful it is to do a challenge. When I used to post regularly on Medium, I was struggling to get attention on the platform, even though my articles were high quality, in my opinion, and in the opinion of others that came and read my content. I found that I was struggling to get followers, struggling to get reads, struggling to get my content in front of the editors and for content to get curated, because at that time it was all about getting your content created. Things have changed drastically on Medium now, but it was all about that. And so I decided I was going to do a drastic challenge where I was going to post 100 articles in a month, and I made it known that I was going to do that. Now it's actually very hard to use that method on Medium. I'm going to tell you why. Because Medium do not like articles about Medium. They do not want to see articles about Medium. They don't want to see articles that's encouraging people to put in too much time and effort in terms of posting regularly on Medium. They don't want to see it. You see, and so when you create this kind of content on Medium, it doesn't work anymore. It's just not. You can talk about doing a challenge like a digital product challenge or a YouTube challenge or something like that, but they do not want to see Medium challenges where it's like, oh, I'm going to be posting 30 articles in a month on Medium. All those articles are going to be taken out of the paywall, so you will not make any money from the paywall, as in like the Medium partner program, but you still can make money from whatever you're selling. Actually, to be quite honest with you, Medium, they don't even like you sharing affiliate links anymore. They don't like you sharing anything on that platform anymore. It's become a platform whereby you're really not going to make much money unless you're just thinking about building brand awareness for yourself, so that when people type in your business name, it comes up with lots of articles about your business and stuff like that. But I went from literally 0 followers to about 7,000 followers in my first 30 days of doing my challenge. I went from earning $5 a month to earning my first $1,000 after I did a 30-day challenge. And I gained so much attention. One of my articles went mega viral. It was all over Twitter. Everyone was talking about that article. I had people contacting me from various publications and magazines and newspapers and all kinds of things. And I had podcast requests. And that was literally just from doing this challenge of really pumping out content on Medium to get my name out there in a very short space of time. It can work. One thing about Medium is that it has a very high authority, domain authority. It's right up there in the 90s. And so if you post content on there, it's gonna be on the first page of Google if it's content that has a low competition. And even if it doesn't have low competition, it's going to be on the first page of Google. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. The truth of the matter is that if you do the challenge, what it does is it accelerates, and this is my opinion because this is what I've done, it accelerates your growth. And why it accelerates your growth is it helps you to improve quite quickly because you can see the things that need to improve quickly in that short space of time. Secondly, what it does is it allows you to go through the analytics and double down on the type of content that is doing better. And you get to realize what your audience actually wants, and then you can start producing that content more. And even if you don't want to always produce that type of content, you can do like more of that content and then do more of the content that you just want to do because you want to do it. Because when you think about it, all your content, all your articles, all your videos, they're not all going to go mega viral. You might have one that's got 200,000 views and another that's only got 500 views. I know this because I had a video on one of my channels that had 3 million views, and people were like, why does this video have 3 million views and all your other videos have got like 5,000 or 3,000? That video went mega viral, but the other ones didn't. So what you're going to find is that the majority of your money is going to come from a very small percentage of the content that you have on your page. Okay, so that's the reason why I find doing challenges to be really powerful, because you might do 30 days of content and only one of those is going to get more views and all the others are going to just kind of be there. But you don't know if later on down the line, those other videos or articles that you've created, you don't know whether they are going to pick up later on down the line. It gives you an opportunity to accelerate your growth in a short space of time. I don't know if you've read this book called The 12-Week Year. In that book, what it does is it encourages you to pump out enough work in 12 weeks, and the amount of work that you would do in that 12 weeks would be the same as you would usually do in a year, because you've given yourself that small window of opportunity to really go all in. And that's what challenges does. It makes you... It forces you to just get it done because you know you have this challenge to do. And even though it is a self-imposed deadline that you've put on it, that self-imposed deadline, I find for me, it creates enough friction and pressure for me to just get it done. If I didn't have that challenge, I'll be sort of rolling out of bed on a daily basis saying, all right, yeah, I know I've got to get this done, but yeah, I can do it tomorrow. Or I can do it, on Thursday when I've done this, or when I've gone out for lunch with a friend. There's a real danger in being a self-employed person or being a content creator, because you can find yourself in a spiral of laziness if you don't have that drive and dedication, to win and to achieve more. And so if you put those constraints on yourself, right, this is a challenge that I need to get done, then you're more likely to get that stuff done and you're more likely to continue. So even if you've done that challenge for a certain period of time, even if you don't continue posting daily and all of that, you've set yourself up to be consistent. You might take a couple of days break after the challenge and then go in after and carry on. In my experience, though, I find that when I've finished a challenge, I always feel like I need to carry on. I don't feel like, oh gosh, I've done this challenge now, let me take a week off. No, I do the challenge. I normally take a day to evaluate all of the data inside the, the back office of the, like the analytics and all of that. I check everything and I'm like, right, this is what I need to do now. I need to double down on this type of content because I can see that this is what people like right now. And I might create out of 10 articles or 10 videos in a month, I might create 7 of those that focus more towards those topics, and then the other three just on sort of passion content, like content that I feel passionate about, and I want to post it, and I'll just post it because, you know, it's almost like a filler piece of content. You never know, one day someone might Google something and they might find it and it might go viral. You never know. So I like to double down after I've found out what's really like gaining the traction and what people are actually searching for and all of that. I'd really, really double into all the analytics. And in that space of time that you've done, even if you've done a 7-day challenge or a 3-day challenge, and you've posted daily in that time, you know, 3 days, I think it's really short. I think 3 days you should see as a kickstart to a bigger challenge, just to prove to yourself that you can do it and give yourself confidence. And then after that, you can say, right, I'm going to do a 10-day challenge or a 7-day one. Then you keep going from there. If you're someone who struggles with consistency, I wouldn't even recommend doing a 30-day challenge off the bat, because you're just probably going to fail. And I'm not saying that to make you, to devalue you. I'm saying that because I know what that feels like. When I've been off for a while, I find it very difficult to get back on the horse. And so for me, right now, I'm that person. I have been inconsistent for a while. I've been posting regularly on certain platforms, but it's not, most of the content I've been posting hasn't been long form. It's been short form mostly. And I prefer long form content, in my opinion. I feel like it helps more to build credibility and just generally to build a brand or a platform, a page. I feel like the short form content does help to bring in subscribers, but I think over time, if you want to gain sales and all of that and recognition, I feel like long form content does that better. So I prefer to produce more long form content, and I haven't been producing as much long form content as I should have been. So I'm right now in the same boat as you. If you're listening to this and you're like, okay, I'm in the same boat. I'm in the boat of the person who's been inconsistent. I'm in that boat. I haven't been producing long-form article content for quite a while. It's been a few months. So to do this 100-article challenge, it means I have to wake up and go straight into, you know, after prayer, meditation and all of that, I have to wake up and go straight into creating articles and doing editing and uploading and getting images and all of that. And I also need to get into, because I'm doing a challenge here on this channel, I need to get into posting, creating and scheduling. I'm even doing a challenge on one of my other faceless channels as well. That challenge is actually a 75-day challenge, but I'm about halfway through that challenge, and I'm also doing a 7-day creative challenge on that channel, and I've got to day 6, which is today, and so tomorrow is going to be the final day for that creative challenge, and I'll continue on with the 75 hard. It's called 75 hard basically. For content creators and for artists. I'm doing on that channel. And I've failed that challenge in terms of doing long form content, and I've just focused on short form content because it's just the easiest to post. But for this channel, I really want to focus on long form, because I feel like when I started posting on this channel in the first place, I was doing long form content and I just disappeared and stopped posting on this channel because I was focused on other stuff. You know, YouTube and these platforms are not the be-all and end-all of my life. I've got blogs, I've got other businesses that I need to take care of. And so it gets to a point where it's like, do I have the time to do all of this? But I enjoy doing it. So that's the reason why I'm going to continue. So yeah, if you want to take part in a challenge, just go ahead and do it. You can leave a comment and say you're going to take part. I'm going to be doing this challenge. I'm not selling anything to say, oh, you know, join my challenge, pay for it, whatever it is. Or you just leave a comment and say you want to join in. You can come back and you can leave comments and say, I'm doing the challenge, I'm posting every day, I'll go in and check your videos and stuff like that. It's not a case of sub for sub and none of that. It's just a case of being able to go in and support and see what you're posting and all of that. On this channel, mostly, I'm going to be posting like screenshot type of videos or audio pieces like this. It's not going to be sit down, talking head, none of that. It's just going to be me sort of doing a screenshot type of video and all of that. All right. Take care. You can check some of the links I have in the description as well.